know, that's one of the greatest things that you can do. Prophecy is the greatest thing you can do.
Messiah's prophecy.
Yes. You say covenant to prophesy.
Covenant to prophecy.
Then the Lord said it pleases him by the foolishness of preaching. That's what the Most High requires, man. You know? So
because the Most High don't need us to come out here and preach for years for him to say anything about us. This is his program. All right?
The Lord's hand is not short. It cannot save.
Hey, just like the Most High really didn't need Noah to go out there and prophesy.
No.
He could have just had Noah build the ark and then just killed everybody.
This is the Most High program, and you cats out there is not following the Most High program. You're doing your own thing.
Rebellion is at the sin of witchcraft.
That's it. That's it. So they all warlocks and witches.
So they're witches. And thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Bam, bam, combination.
Combinations, baby.
That's right. Then that goes into being lukewarm too, man. You know? One minute you're gonna come out, but then you ain't gonna come out in the winter and all that. And that's off, man. You're supposed to be on fire, you're supposed to be out here in season and out of season.
And like this clown, Steve Murdoch, you come out less than Baluch. Baluch barely comes out, and you come out even less than him.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you come out like a great authority, man.
You'd have to lug that big belly around.
Yohanan, General Yohanan does the same goddamn thing. He took like 3 years off, and all of a sudden now he popped up, he's a great guy.
You know them niggas hate us.
Oh, yeah.
1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 21. For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe.
That's it. That's it.
I got something real quick. Matthew 24, verse 37. It says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. 2 women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left.
That doesn't mean lesbian act, all right? It means work. Go ahead.
Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour.
You have to explain that, you know?
Yes. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
You know an example of that? In the year 2000. You had a lot of niggas that were not worthy, but they were watching for that year 2000. And when they see that Yahweh Shai didn't come, they went right back into the world.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Right? It says, therefore, be ye also ready. That's why it says, right? Be apt to teach. Be instant. That's another word for being instant, meaning to be ready.
Ready.
Be instant in season and out of season.
Right.
Right? So Yahweh Shai said, therefore be ready. For in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. But you think Yahweh can't send Yahweh Shai because it's too goddamn cold? You think Yahweh Shai can't come when it's cold?
And while we're seeing a lot of guys ain't ready because they're coming as scoffers and scorners on the channel. That means they're not ready.
Yeah.
That means they gave up looking.
But that's all right. They're going to get caught with their pants down.
Exactly.
All right? They're going to be those same niggas when the destruction comes, man. See, the Lord's letting you niggas talk and play around for a little while, man. Pretty soon he's going to cut all that out, man. Like the scriptures say, the Lord is coming back in the hour when you think not. Because you don't really think the Lord is coming back, man.
And that's the point, you know?
It says, who then is a faithful and wise servant, And then the scripture say, when the Lord cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
A lot of guys are losing that faith.
That's right, man. And then you lead it to these other clowns that nobody will be out here teaching, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It says,
And that's what the Lord
If
says.
there's no way in the hell, if I'm, let's say I'm under Nate or under one younger than them, I would leave the guy, man.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have something shit.
Yeah.
Man,
That's
let's
bullshit.
say go to guys health care or something, and then take when it's off. You establishing your own rights. The Most High going to destroy you. Real talk.
And we're like William Wallace. Remember the scene where you had them Scotsmen, the Klansmen, they were all sitting and having that meeting?
Yeah.
And William Wallace, he said, this is bullshit. He said, I go to fight for a kingdom. While they wanted to sit there and decide who takes who and what clan will have what. That's them guys, man.
talking, man.
Yeah, all that talking shit. Hey, the Most High is about action, man.
Power.
Yeah, action.
It says, who then is a faithful and wise servant whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household to give them meat in due season. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, will find so doing.
Damn. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh back, finds so doing.
Doing what?
Doing the
Having
work.
certain meetings.
Yeah.
Doing the work of the Lord, man.
Because a servant does what? Works.
It works.
A servant has a Lord. What the servant does, provide for the Lord, is work. If the Lord sets him up to do a job and he leaves, when the Lord comes back, that servant should still be doing the work that the Lord gave him to do.
Yeah, if you find a servant laying on your job, what are you going to do with that servant?
You gotta get rid of
You're
him.
going to fire him, man. You get out of here. You're fired. Like Donald Trump. You're fired.
You know? So you're supposed to be working. We're servants. We're supposed to be working. The scriptures say that the harvest is truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray unto the Lord of the harvest, and he sent laborers into the vineyard.
Yeah, into the vineyard.
You know, the Apostle Paul told Timothy that teach men that be willing to listen, to hear the words, and teach others that will also do the work. In so many words, roughly paraphrasing. You know, so it's about working. That's why it said, blessed is that servant whom the Lord, when he comes back, finds so doing.
Doing what? What we're doing. If we don't know what to do what we're doing. All right? That's it.
John chapter 4, verse 31. In the meanwhile, his disciples prayed him, saying, Master, eat. But he said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. Then, I'm going to read it again, verse 31. In the meanwhile, his disciples prayed him, saying, Master, eat. But he said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. Therefore said the disciples one to another, Hath any man brought him aught to eat? Yahushua saith unto them, My meat is to do the will of him that sent me,
Into what?
and to finish his work.
Finish.
Them that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Endure what? Endure means to make hard. So we're making ourselves hard by standing out here. Oh, after we finish that, Isaiah 13 and 1.
Or what the Lord told Ezekiel, he said, I have made thy face as hard as flint.
That's right. 35. It says, Say not ye, there are yet 4 months, and then cometh the harvest. Behold, and that's what a lot of these guys say. Oh, we're gonna be here for the next 3 years, next 10 years, next 15 years. We can't talk about the destruction. We gotta go and get ours and get our peace. Set up these businesses, set up these debates. The Lord said, don't be saying that, man. It's gonna be 4 months and then the harvest is gonna come. It says, Behold, I say unto you, lift up your eyes and look on the fields, for they are white already to the harvest. Meaning the time is now. To tell you in salvation, our salvation draweth nearer than when we believe. So don't be talking about, oh, we ain't going to be delivered to our grandkids and stuff. 10, 20, 30, 40 years. We don't know when the Lord's coming back. Yahushua said don't be saying that, man. He said, "Cause the harvest is ready."
Paul said, looking and hasting.
And hasten
until the coming of the day of the Lord.
You know, when I put up the video about a week ago, entitled "Trump is the end of the world," Scots came on talking shit. You got a false prophet anyway. Like they don't believe that if anybody gonna cause the issue usher in World War III, it's gotta be Trump.
Trump is the guy.
Now we're not saying that for sure. We're not saying definitely. But you really believe that that motherfucker gonna be in office, the president, the next? Because if he can make it 4 years, he can go 8 years, man. That dude would set up martial law to stay up in there, man. He'll become the king. All right?
Dictator.
And you know what that'll make him? The devil let the Bible speak. Hey, if he's here for 4, you really believe this society can stand for 4 years and this fucked up society that we're in? When I say society, I'm talking about the whole planet Earth, man. Niggas, but hey, that's why I said what he said in 2 Peter 3rd chapter, man. That's why I said what he said about concerning the scoff. Let go to that, come back.
Looking and hasten until the coming of the day of the Lord.
They're not hastening to coming to the Lord because they don't believe in the Lord. If they believed that the Lord was coming back, they would have been out here doing the work.
And doesn't it say that he maketh Jerusalem a praise, give him no rest,
no rest,
till he maketh Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Jerusalem ain't no praise in the earth now.
Yeah. Even to this very day, even though brothers are still waking up, they still looking at this like pieces of shit.
Yeah, we looked at it as dog shit, man.
Yeah, the offscouring.
With the offscouring, that people, all kind of fucking vermin make, negative remarks about us and talk shit about us.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 1. The second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you. In both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance, that ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets, and of the commandment of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust. The brother just brought out, the apostle, pardon me, just brought out the scripture that you guys are setting up your own righteousness, man. Okay?
Establish your own righteousness.
You're establishing your own righteousness. Some of you think the way of your scoffing is going to be considered righteousness. So you dedicated your whole channels to just scoffing GMS, man. How lame is that, man?
Case in point, Baloo, somebody said, why aren't you getting on the white man? Why aren't you doing videos against the white man? He said, I don't have to because I'm having too much work.
Yep.
Getting on GMS.
Hey,
and you getting on the prophets of the Lord.
Hey, that's the scripture. Scoffers delight in their scorning, man.
Yep, and fools hate knowledge.
Fools hate knowledge, man.
That's him, man.
Knowing this first, that there should come in the last
that
day.
includes you, Lahab.
Yep.
You gonna take that statement that you made, saying that we're not the elders and we're not the apostles. Well, motherfucker, we're not them. Where they at?
Yeah.
Is it you, nigga? Cause you played last time we saw you a couple of weeks ago. You was out there doing your own business, talking about the Most High. Man. The Most High will destroy you, nigga.
That's right.
Proud, stony heart, nigga.
That's right.
You call somebody that nigga would be sad.
And that dude was walking around. He had a shopping bag. He was on the town shopping. He wasn't doing the work of the Lord.
That's your elder, though. You niggas want to call him their elder, that's your elder.
The followers, we need some help, man.
Yeah.
Tell them so much, we need some help. That's right. He swindled on the money that he stole years ago. The hustle ain't working, man.
High-tech. It's a high-tech era.
It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after.
Lahab is one of the scoffers. Yeshai is one of the scoffers. All right?
That's right. Scoffers walking after their own lust and saying, where is the promise of his coming? But since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the
That's their attitude, man.
Yep, that's the attitude.
So when you really fell out was during the year 2000.
Con.
When Marshall died and all that. You know, Yakma, they passed. Then you just went back in the world. Then what you did was, you see this thing started getting popular again. You took your garment out, and you took it to the kids. Like you never, left. You know? So that was going to close up, you know?
Right, that's why you can't walk.